Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. At this time, I'd like to show you some examples of unnatural English that Japanese people learn in school and the reasons why they make those common mistakes. If you have any Japanese friends studying English, some of the examples I will show you may be familiar for you. Some of the unnaturalness comes from the education of Japan, and some others are caused by characteristics of Japanese language. It will make sense if you watch this video, and I sometimes say my personal opinion here, so if you think different, I'm so happy to hear your opinions too. Example 1. I'm fine, thank you. And you? I remember that I have learned this phrase in the very beginning of studying English when I was in junior high school. The English textbook showed us this phrase as the very basic one in English. And every time the English teacher came to the classroom and started the English class, all the students had to stand up and have a conversation like the teacher said, "Hello everyone, how are you?" And we said, "I'm fine, thank you. And you?" Something like that. But when I lived in the States, I have never heard the native English speakers saying this phrase. I also want to mention the usage of the word fine in English classes in Japan. When we are junior high school students, the English teachers describe this word as like excellent and very happy. But now I know this word actually means just like no problem or alright. It was my personal bad memory that I was kind of disappointed with the English education in Japan after I knew the real English in the States. I have already created a video about the problems of English education in Japan, so please check it out if you are interested in. Example 2. My name is. English textbooks in Japan do not explain the formality difference between my name is blah 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 and I am blah blah blah. So some Japanese people always use only my name is blah 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 phrase when they introduce themselves. This is also caused by the education in Japan, but this one may not be so big deal because no error seems to occur in conversations, although native people may feel weird when Japanese people say my name is in casual occasions. Example 3. Usage of can. This example is kind of difficult to explain for me. I have a story to tell you about a mistake that I made in reality when I lived in the States. One day, I went shopping and I asked, "Can I use this credit card?" to a clerk in the store because I was not sure my credit card was acceptable or not in the store. And the clerk seemed wondering why I was asking that question and answered like, "Of course yes, it's yours." Because the way of my question was wrong, I guess he could not understand what I actually wanted to know. I think I should ask a thing like, "Is this credit card acceptable?" Then he would not think I was asking if it was able to use the card or not. There is one more common error that Japanese people sometimes make with this auxiliary verb, can. Japanese people ask, "Can you speak English?" as they mean, "Do you speak English?" This error happens because of the characteristics of Japanese language, because the form of the both sentences with can and do in Japanese could be the same. So it is confusing, and some Japanese people do not know it can be rude if they ask this question to English teachers or native English speakers. Example 4. Usage of want. If you are having a lunch or dinner with a Japanese person, for example, he or she might say, "Oh, I want to go to the restroom," when they have to go to the restroom. And you may wonder why he or she want to go. This error caused by characteristics of Japanese language too. Of course, all Japanese people know that people go to the restroom because they need to, not want to. But the form of the phrase, "I gotta go to the restroom" in Japanese looks like "I want to go to the restroom" in direct translation. I think the experiences of speaking English is necessary to get used to this delicate difference between Japanese and English. Example 5. Usage of bore. This is also a common error. Some Japanese people say, I'm boring, as meaning of I am bored. In Japanese language, if you express the feeling of boredom, the sentence is not in the passive voice, and also in Japanese, there is an adjective word meaning bored as itself, which is not derived from any other word like the verb bore derived to bored as adjective in English. This is actually my opinion, so if my idea is wrong, I'm so glad if you teach me the right idea. Anyway, at least it is confusing. Rare example, honest and horny. This one is a kind of extra example because I think this is not a common mistake. I remember one of my Japanese classmates in English class of the college said, I am horny in the class. But I am sure that he wanted to say, I am honest. What I learned from his mistake is I need to know bad words too, because if I know the meaning of those bad words, then I could choose not to use them. Alright, that's it for this time. Do you have any other common examples of unnatural English in your country caused by education or the characteristics of your mother tongue? I am very curious about them. Or if you are a native English speaker, do you have any weird English that you ever heard from non-native people made? Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe my channel for more of my contents if you would like it. See you in next video. Bye.